Hello everyone, this is Hybrid Shadow, and today I will be playing Heroes of the Storm. Today I will be playing Sylvanas Windrunner, who is a ranged specialist, but I actually like to play her as more as of a ranged assassin, because her damage is actually really good for a specialist to be similar to an assassin. So here we go. Alright, so we will be playing on the Blackheart's Bay today. Our team is Sylvanas, Tyrande, Abathur, Zeratul Raynor, and we're fighting against Brightwing, Illidan, Diablo, another Sylvanas of course, and Nova. I feel like we're going to have a bit of trouble here because we don't have a warrior like they do. But we might be able to pull it off with Abathur shielding everyone. So what I usually get at level 1 is the increase on the range of Withering Fire. Now the reason I do this is it makes it a lot easier to actually fight someone while in lane or to chase them down. And it actually does a significant amount of damage. The numbers on it seem really low because each individual shot does a small amount of damage, while when you get all of them off on someone, it actually does a decent amount of damage to them. So I really enjoy the ability. I enjoy a lot of Sylvanas' kit. She's probably one of my favorite kits in the game. I was really excited to see her added because I also love her character design and her story and all that. So this also might be a little bit hard for me to play since I have not played before while talking. This is my first YouTube video, so this will be fun to do. See how it goes. It's nice of Abathur to lend me a little bit of help there, help me survive in that little tussle. We'll see if that's too bad. We'll see if I'll be able to sneak any coins off of her up here. I don't think I will, unless Abathur is able to help me or another part of the team. But let's see. Alright, so I was able to get 2 off of her. And as you saw there, I casted my Haunting Wave beforehand so that I could actually walk in and grab the coins and then teleport out after I had them. That way it was kind of a safe escape. I had it already planned out so that when I needed to escape there and I had the coins, then I would be able to. So it looks like up top the enemy team got the majority of the coins. Our team got a couple. And it looks like we're just going to need to soak for a while. They're slightly ahead on XP, but the kills are even right now. And I really enjoy Sylvanas' dagger because it spreads from target to target, being able to basically take out an entire creep wave from being able to attack. And oh god, that was great. Abathur was able to save me there. I totally forgot Nova was on the enemy team. I'm pretty bad at that, but I think we'll be able to be fine this game. They're definitely turning in. Yep, that's why Sylvanas left lane there. Brightwing was able to get her coins in, and so the other coins on Sylvanas she's going to probably be putting in either now or she's going to be grabbing a camp to put in extra coins. Now here I get Ranger's Ambush. I rarely see this trait ever picked. Let's see what their Sylvanas got. Yep, I always see Envenom being gotten on Sylvanas because, yeah, see there, she's turning in coins. Because people are always talking about, oh, Venom's really good for the burst damage and just the damage that you can do over the entire game. Now, I do agree with that. Venom is really strong, but what I've found is that when I play, then with Withering Fire, you have to use Haunting Wave because what it does is it refills your Q when you teleport. So you have to use it very aggressively, but you can get off a lot of damage doing it. Something interesting to note when you're playing against the Sylvanas is that if you're mounted, if the dagger will not spread to you from the creeps or anything around you, as you see there, it won't spread to you if you're mounted or invisible. So if you're sitting in the middle of a creep wave and she just threw out a dagger at you, then you'll want to just mount up and it won't hit you. So it looks like we're trying to have a little gank there from Zeratul. I was a little late on initiating there, but it seems like we were doing alright. We got a little damage off on her. We were able to do some siege damage, which is nice, since she's been kind of pushing me back a little bit this game. Looks like he wants to stick around and maybe pick up this kill. Let's see if we can. Now, if I still had sight on her, that's something that I find kind of annoying in the game right now. It is in beta, so I understand why it is, but you can still see their model sometimes, but you can't actually see them. You don't have sight on them. So if we had sight on her there, we would have been able to kill her. Let's see if I'll be able to pick up anything on this Brightwing. Alright, we're going in. Now see here, from the extra damage off of having those extra Withering Fire shots, we were able to just burst her down and she had no chance of escape there. And see here again with Nova, she had no chance to live through that because of all the Withering Fire that we had going out on her. Now this is another thing Sylvanas is extremely good at, is getting chests, because her Q will just rifle it down and allow you to get basically all of the coins in the chest. I think I'm going to turn in my coins and then go help out top, because it looks like they need the help. Raynor just died to 3 of them. So I'll go see if I can help out with that at all. Actually, it looks like they just took all coins. So I think our best plan here is to take a doubloon camp to see if we can turn in that 1 coin that is needed. Looks like Diablo is going to be able to get those coins in. I was able to delay him, but it looks like I'm the only one here, so I'm going to back out. And they're going to get the first turn-in of the game. Now here, I like to get Unstable Poison because it really helps out with your creep push, because it allows you to chain reaction all of the creeps down. That was a Nova gank behind the fort. Now see, here's the problem, is Brightwing is coming in, and she will be able to do a lot of damage, because people actually underestimate a lot how much damage Brightwing really can do, because of all the bursts that she can do with her transform. She can actually get Envenom, which allows her to just do outrageous damage for her support. Looks like they were really wanting to get kills there, going back behind the fort and everything. That's actually pretty rare. I don't see Illidan getting the hunt very often, so that's kind of cool to see. But usually I get Unstable Poison here, and I think I'm going to do that as well. Always get Wailing Arrow on Sylvanas. Possession is the worst ability in the entire game, by far, uncontested. It's just so bad, because with her kit, she already can clear waves so well that you don't need any extra creeps to help you out. It's just not needed, and it only possesses 1 creep. You can only get lane creeps. You can't get any actual camps until level 20 if you get the level 20 trait. And the cooldown on it is, I mean, it's 4 seconds, but it's not worth it. You can even do more creep clear with Wailing Arrow, so it's more worth it to get Wailing Arrow. And it has that silence on it, so in team fights it's really, really strong. I thought Diablo was going to turn in coins there. I don't... let's see if I can help out this Zeratul here. That was great. I got her right before she could actually go in, and that's that. Alright, I'm going to just silence. I missed Illidan on the silence there, but here comes Raynor with some air support. I don't think... yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about right there, that Brightwing and Venom. It's really, really strong, because she can just, you know, envenom you down. She does a lot of damage for a support. Tyrande can actually do a lot of damage for a support too, because of her trait, which makes them take 25% increased damage. It's really good, especially on a team where you have a Jaina or someone like that who can really burst someone down. So I'm going to go see if I can stop some of this push in the bottom lane. It's getting really hard. So the interesting thing about monstrosity now is that it is permanent. It will not time out, and the only way to get rid of it is to actually kill it. So that's really, I think it was a much needed buff, and it makes it really, really strong now. And fighting with it is actually very viable, but you have to have a lot of stacks on it. I have a friend who plays Abathur a lot, and you have to have near the 30 stacks, the max stacks, before you can really fight with it. Otherwise it's just dies too quickly, because the stacks allow it to have increased health and damage, which is really strong. It'll be late game hitting for 400s easy. So it looks like they are getting a lot of turn-ins here. I feel like our problem is that our team is a little bit too spread out. So we're not really gathering coins or team fighting at all. So that's a bit of a problem. Right here, I pretty much always get Evasive Fire unless they have a Nova and Jaina or things like that. Something that could really burst me down. Then I actually will get, so here, oh, well, see, she did the same thing to me that I was going to do to her, is she ulted me so I couldn't cast anything. I don't know what happened to my ult there. It went on cooldown and I didn't see it go off. So it probably was just another one of those bugs that happens, because it's supposed to give you a 10-second cooldown if it doesn't go off instead of the normal cooldown. So I'm assuming that's what happened there, is it just kind of bugged out. But basically the reason why I get Evasive Fire is the movement speed increase that you can get is really good. It allows for some really solid chase mechanics, just stuff like that. But if there's a Nova and a Jaina, stuff like that, I will always get Spell Shield at this level, because it increases the amount of survivability you have by a ton. So see there, that's something that people have to watch out for when you're playing Sylvanas, and people always think that Sylvanas is really overpowered because of her teleport that she has. But if you can CC her, she won't be able to teleport, and you'll almost die or die, just like I did there. So it's actually really easy to fight against Sylvanas. So they're really only one level ahead, but they're actually able to focus targets, which is our problem. They're just focusing us down, and we're dying that way. So that's why we're losing all of these fights right now. So maybe once we get all of our teammates back, then yeah, he's still here. Okay. So yeah, maybe we'll be able to start. See, this Nova's going a little too deep. And I've seen that so much, especially with my friend playing Abathur. They just look for him, and that's all they do. They just want to go deep and kill Abathur. Which, if you die for it, it's not worth it, because it's just a kill for a kill. You know? But if you don't die for it, then it is worth it, but you really can only do that later levels, like around this level. But I see it so many times early on. So I always get Windrunner here, because it allows me to basically refill my Q twice. It's really, really strong, and you can get off a ton of damage that way. The problem here is that was just, there's too many of them. We couldn't fight that. I wanted to hit Illidan with my silence, but I couldn't, because he dove past it before I could blow it up, so I had to blow it up on the other ones. But I think that mostly saved Zeratul, because they weren't able to cast anything on him. And then for some reason they weren't able to hit him there, but they knew he was in that area. Diablo is really easy to hit Invis. I mean, it's not really easy, but it's pretty easy with his fire. Illidan, it's super easy because he can just use his dash ability, and it hits anything invisible. I thought they were going to be doing boss, but Diablo's down here, Sylvanas is down here, and Nova's down here, so they're definitely doing the Bruiser camp here instead of the boss, which we should probably do something about. Oh, Illidan is turning in. This would be a great time to pick up a kill off of him, because they are doing bruisers. So if we could do that, that would be fantastic. Looks like he's going to be reconvening with his team. We should oh, that was a good Void Prism, but we should leave using that. We should not fight this. Hopefully he has Blink Up. Nope. I mean, I could go back in, but I think I can kill this. Nope. Alright, I'm leaving. Oh, hi Diablo. That's a big problem. And see, this here really helps out with the movement speed because I'm able to get away from the enemy. Sylvanas was almost able to catch up with me there, which would have been really bad. And Nova trying to get me with the decoy over the wall. I'm assuming she's going the damage decoy build. She's actually not. That's interesting. I've never seen someone take double fake without the damage decoy. But alright, I've seen actually that's kind of become the staple build now, is the damage decoy build. It's very strong. I really enjoy it when I play Nova. But yeah, it can be really good because the damage burst that it has is really strong. Brightwing and Nova together are really strong as well because they have a lot of bursts together. I think. Okay, Brightwing didn't get the. Brightwing can get a trait that allows her to make it so that when she polymorphs someone, they take a bonus 25% more damage, and that is really, really strong because you know, they're polymorph, they can't do anything, and they're taking this bonus damage from all sources. So that's usually a really good trait to get, but I mean, they're all doing really well, so they know what they're doing. Now, my hero damage is definitely not that high for what it normally is. I would have to say a lot of that is because this is my first time recording video, so I'm not used to talking while playing. But also, I'm kind of getting pushed out of fights because it feels like the Sylvanas kind of wants to assert her dominance, you know. But we'll see how it goes. Usually, when we're not, you know, levels behind always, then usually I can be able to be doing more damage. I have pretty consistently been on top damage in the last 6 games or so that I played with this build. So we'll see how it goes from here, but right now I'm not doing too well. Looks like Nova got Blink at level 20. Yeah, a lot of them, 2 of them got Blink. It's really smart, especially with this team. We don't have a whole lot of chase. We have a good amount of damage if they stay still, but not a lot of chase. Our biggest problem here is we're just letting them get camps and letting them get coins and just not even being able to contest it. Something interesting about Illidan's shield is that it won't shield any ability type attacks. So even though they are attacks, they're ability type attacks and they won't be evaded. So for example, Gazlow's turrets won't be evaded, my Withering Fire will not be evaded, things like that will not be evaded. It's actually pretty cool, especially with Zagara, since her Hunter Killer does so much damage. You can get the full damage off on Illidan as long as he doesn't have any shielding, because the evade won't work. There's not much I can do here. I tried to block a shot, but it got past me, so that didn't help. At level 20, honestly, I don't like her level 20 traits very much because you're basically either getting Deafening Blast or Bolt of the Storm. Unless you're doing more of a push build, then you can get Fury of the Storm. Fury of the Storm is actually really strong with, well, here we go. I'm going to die from this anyway. Unless I get Bolt. I'll just get Bolt because I think I can survive this. But basically, something that's really good with the Fury of the Storm is the trait here that I got, Unstable Poison, because it'll make basically the entire creep wave just explode. And just from one auto attack because of how it'll apply the poison. I mean, usually you have to pop a dagger in there just to make sure that everyone gets poisoned, but that's pretty much the best way to do it. I don't know what that was. I hit the R button on accident. Sorry. But basically, that's really strong. Bolt, as you saw there, is really good for being able to get out of fights. And Deafening Blast is really good if you're really able to land that silence. And see there, I was polymorphed, so I couldn't cast anything, like Blink or anything like that. But anyway, that's my first video. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm sorry it was a loss. But hopefully I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.